guys? Dr. David Jockers here, and today we're talking about the top 10 benefits of chiropractic care. And you know, when I was in my early 20s, I was a personal trainer. I looked fit. I loved teaching people how to get healthy, but I had no idea about chiropractic care. And that was when I started developing very severe digestive issues. And through chiropractic care, as well as functional nutrition, I was able to regain my health. One of the things I struggled with for years was chronic headaches and insomnia, and I saw significant changes when I started getting very specific corrective care adjustments. When we look at chiropractic care, what we've got to realize is that the spine actually encases the nervous system. We're really electrical beings, that we've got 3 trillion bits of information that's being processed from our brain to all the cells of our body every moment of every day. It's unbelievable what's happening, that we actually rebuild our heart, we rebuild our liver, our gut lining, our stomach lining. Every cell of our body literally dies and rebuilds. Like, it actually literally splits, gives birth to new daughter cells, the old cell fades away. And so this is constantly happening in our body. The greatest pharmacy in the world is really the nervous system. So the spine is what encases that. And so in chiropractic, there's a term called subluxation. And so again, we know that our body is an electrical being, that we're literally a light being, that we've got electrical flow going at the speed of light. Subluxation is a term for when there's interference to the nervous system. We know sub is less than, luxation is light. So when there's blockage or interference in the nerve system, it's less than adequate light getting out to those organ systems of the body. And over time, if those subluxations are not gently and specifically located and corrected, then we start to have poor health outcomes. We start to perform at less than our best. And so let's look at 10 major areas where there's a lot of research on chiropractic showing significant improvements in these conditions. Number 1, sports performance. We know that every major athlete out there, if you're in the NBA, if you're in Major League Baseball, if you're in the NHL, if you're in the NFL, you're gonna see a chiropractor. I mean, this is pretty common nowadays, especially after all the top athletes in the 80s and 90s saw huge improvements. Jerry Rice is one of the leading advocates for chiropractic care, and he's the all-time leading receiver, at least he was in the NFL at one point. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player in the world, he has a quote talking about how he improved leaps and bounds both mentally and physically since beginning chiropractic care. I know for myself, I actually worked with some of the highest level athletes at the 2012 Olympic Games in London, and we saw huge results helping judo athletes and wrestlers to get gold medals and silver medals. In fact, the USA had never won a medal in judo before chiropractors started working with the athletes, and then we won 3. And so it's unbelievable how it improves athletic performance. Number 2 is headaches. And I told you how I had headaches growing up, and chiropractic significantly improved my body's ability to heal and got rid of the headaches. And so we know that research on migraine sufferers, they actually took a group, they put them under chiropractic care, they showed 90% reduction in frequency and severity of the headaches, 90%. So huge improvements with migraine patients on the amount of headaches and the overall frequency, the severity of the headaches under good, high quality corrective care chiropractic. Immune system. So there's lots of research out about how the nervous system influences the immune system. In fact, there's a whole branch of science called neuroimmunology, meaning the nervous system, neuro, influencing immunology, or the study of the immune system. And so in neuroimmunology, we found that the nervous system, it basically is hardwired to the immune system. And when the nervous system is under stress, it causes increased inflammation throughout the body. And when we have increased inflammation, it dampens our body's ability to respond well to things like colds, or really flu, or viruses, bacteria, all different types of microbes, and increases our risk of developing colds and flus, as well as fevers. So immune system is key. In fact, Dr. Ron Perot, he's the chief of Preventative Medicine Institute at New York University. This guy has over 160 peer-reviewed publications in journals all around, tons of different journals related to preventative medicine. And what he found was that he took 107 individuals who had been under chiropractic care, different variations, some for weeks, some for years, and he measured them up against another 107 individuals who basically were not asymptomatic individuals, what they call healthy people. And then he took another 100 individuals who had chronic disease, heart disease, cancer, and he measured DNA repair enzymes. So enzymes that help to repair our body's DNA. And what he found was that individuals that were under chiropractic care had a 200% improvement in DNA repair enzymes compared to the asymptomatic individuals, right? The individuals that didn't have symptoms, and were considered healthy, but weren't under chiropractic care. So twice as strong an immune response and an ability to age successfully in the individuals that were under chiropractic care. And then he found that there was a 400% increase in individuals that were under chiropractic care compared to individuals who were dealing with chronic disease like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. And we know that when you're dealing with a chronic disease, it's a sign that your DNA has been worn down, that your immune system is compromised. So we know that what they found was that chiropractic patients had significant improvements, and they showed that the longer somebody was under chiropractic care, regular, consistent care, going to see their chiropractor at least once a month, they found the longer, between 2 and 5 years, had the greatest benefit when it came to overall DNA repair. So very powerful for the immune system. Wellness. We talked about DNA repair. Well, you know what? When we think about, hey, preventing diabetes, preventing heart disease, preventing cancer, preventing Alzheimer's disease, preventing chronic disease, and living at our highest level, chiropractic care should be a staple. I know for myself, I've been getting adjusted now for over 10 years on a consistent basis. It's made such a difference in my life. I have more energy now. I've got better stamina, better overall mental abilities, right? So my cognitive acceleration, my ability to think sharply and quickly is better. My overall productivity, every aspect of my life has improved since I started chiropractic care. I really hope and pray that you'll have the same benefits, and I would recommend, if you're not already under chiropractic care, to go ahead and get started. Asthma and allergies, and I see this regularly when I work with clients. In fact, there's studies that have shown that individuals with asthma show significant improvements in their overall ability to breathe. Why? Because the nervous system controls the immune system. So with chiropractic, when we take stress off the body, and we allow the flow of light energy to get out into the system more effectively and efficiently, it takes overall stress off the body. We know that asthma and allergies are related to a sympathetic dominance, or a dominance in the fight or flight system of the nervous system. When we reduce stress and tension on the spine and nerve system, it takes us out of fight or flight and moves us into what we call a parasympathetic mode, where we're able to rest and heal. And then our immune system is going to be more coordinated, which is going to allow us to have less inflammation and aggravation in our lungs and our bronchioles. So that would relate to asthma. And then we're going to have less inflammation and irritation in our sinuses, and that's of course going to relate to allergies. So I see this all the time, tons of testimonials about people improving asthma and allergies through regular chiropractic care. Pregnancy. And I could talk about a number of things with pregnancy. Number one is infertility, and we see this on a regular basis, that women who are infertile oftentimes see really good results with chiropractic. Why? Because again, we take the individual out of fight or flight. When there's subluxation, when there's blockage, particularly in the upper cervical spine, and we reduce that tension, the body's able to rest, adapt, and heal. The light energy is able to flow unimpeded at an optimal level, and the hormones are able to express themselves at the level of intensity and frequency that they're supposed to. And that's really what that's about. On top of that, when the woman is pregnant, many pregnant women, because of the overall changes in their body and the amount of front-loading weight, will end up with a pelvis that's out of alignment. And many women end up developing lower back pain and sciatica when they're going through that. Well, a study showed that 72% of women, of pregnant women that were dealing with back pain, saw significant improvements under chiropractic care of reducing that lower back pain and the sciatica. So it can also help a woman have better, just overall better comfort and a better experience of pregnancy. And on top of that, chiropractic has also been shown to help ease labor. So making the labor less difficult, less challenging, and improving the amount of natural births rather than the need for C-sections. When the pelvis is out of alignment, the ability for the baby to get out through the pelvic canal is hampered, and it increases the risk of complications with birth as well as with the need for C-sections. And so it's very important to have a vaginal birth for the health of the baby, for the health of the baby's immune system. Chiropractic is a very, very, very good modality to help to have that natural birth, that natural vaginal birth. Number 7, reduces pain. This is what most people think of when they think of chiropractic. They think of pain relief, and it's very good when it comes to pain relief. In fact, studies have shown that with lower back pain and neck pain, there's no better thing you can do than get under regular chiropractic care to help reduce the pain and the tension. Significantly outperforms medications, surgeries, physical therapy, or really anything else that you can do. So chiropractic care, powerful for pain. Behavioral problems. There's over 10 case studies in the Journal of Family, Maternal, and Pediatric Health showing children with ADHD and sensory processing disorders seeing significant improvements when they began a course of chiropractic care, particularly focusing on the upper cervical spine right up here. This area right here is so critical to the connection of the brain to the body and the body's ability to express itself. And when we have misalignment right here at the very top, it's going to cause an even greater stress response than if we had misalignment anywhere else in the spine or in the body. So when that happens, it's going to cause more primitive activity in the brain. A child who is run by primitive instinct is going to misbehave, is going to be very, very selfish, is going to throw fits. They're going to have very poor social tact. So by correcting the upper cervical spine, it allows a child to calm down, to be able to process things better from a sensory perspective, to have better social awareness and social tact, and to be able to behave significantly better. So chiropractic care is a go-to for children with ADHD, sensory processing disorders, as well as adults that are having trouble concentrating and focusing. I would highly recommend chiropractic care. We also have reduces dependency on medications, and there's lots of reports out. In fact, big huge report. I believe it was the Alternative Therapeutics. What they did was in 2010, they actually took a whole group. They looked at a huge census study of individuals in society as well as individuals who are under regular chiropractic care. They showed that chiropractic patients had 60% less hospital visits. Can you imagine the amount of cost that saves right there? 60% less hospital visits and 85% less pharmaceutical costs. So that means they spent 85% less money on pharmaceutical drugs. And we know pharmaceutical drugs, they have their place, but they also have a ton of side effects. And I think most people that are out there would love to use less pharmaceuticals, and that's a huge thing. And so ultimately in our society, we over-abuse pharmaceuticals. And from a clinical perspective, as a doctor talking to you, I would say that 95% of the pharmaceuticals that are prescribed for individuals out there are prescribed unnecessarily. There's only about 5% that an individual really needs for that period of time. And so if we can reduce the overall pharmaceutical usage by 85%, which is what chiropractic care has been shown to do, then we can massively alter our healthcare system, save tremendous amounts of money, and really help people get healthy and well naturally. Chiropractic care is the foundation for helping people live a lifestyle free of drugs and medications, as well as unnecessary hospital visits. And then number 10, improves blood pressure. And there's a big study in the Journal of Human Hypertension where they found that upper cervical, we talked about this area right up here, upper cervical chiropractic care was able to improve blood pressure as good as a double pharmaceutical intervention, meaning putting an individual on 2 different types of blood pressure medications. One chiropractic adjustment showed a reduction and a stabilization of blood pressure as good as an individual who was using 2 different pharmaceutical medications, 2 different blood pressure medications. I don't know about you, but I would definitely prefer to use chiropractic adjustments, chiropractic care to stabilize blood pressure as opposed to taking 2 different pharmaceutical medications with who knows how many different side effects and then exponentially more side effects because we're taking them together. So as you can see, chiropractic can help many different individuals. And ultimately for me and my family, we use it as something that we do on a weekly basis in order to perform at our highest level. I've got 2 baby boys who've been adjusted from birth. They're healthy, they're strong, they've never been sick. They're doing absolutely amazing. My wife was able to overcome endometriosis, and she was actually told she would be infertile in her 20s. And then within 2 months of being married, she conceived and had twin boys, carried them out very healthy, very strong. And you know what? Chiropractic care was one of the foundational components of getting her hormones balanced and allowing her to have a natural, healthy birth. It's allowed me to do so many more things in my life than I ever thought I would when I was in my early 20s. And you know, if you're out there and you're considering chiropractic care, I would highly, highly recommend it, because I know it can help change and improve your life and help you literally live with greater strength, energy, and vitality. So go find a high quality corrective care chiropractor today.